What's going on, guys? ACP here from goatformat.com. Just wanted to give you all a quick tutorial here of the new goatformat.com card pool, and I'm gonna sort of tell you about what I did and why first. There are a few different resources that you can go to on the internet to see the goat format card pool. But I wanted to do is not only just give people a list of like every card in the format and all the text that you see here. But I also wanted it to be able to serve as a resource that could be used to, improve deck building by, speeding up that process and helping people brainstorm. So, you'll see here on this spreadsheet, there's two tabs. There's one that's just card text, and the other is called Playability. So here on the Playability tab, we've got a list of every card, and then you'll see here at the top we have our 9, top tier decks. And basically every card is given a rating for each deck. So the lowest rating is junk, means it's totally unplayable. The highest rating is staple, which means you have to play it. Optional is self-explanatory, and then borderline is it might be playable, but hasn't really proven itself yet. So the way that you can use this is, what you can do is, so you'll see here that there's this box that says select your deck here. So and over here you can see the highest playability that the card has among all 9 decks. So here I double click this cell, right? So double click, and then now you'll see we've got a list of all the different decks, sorted from the top tier to the bottom tier ones. So let's say, for example, I'm thinking of building, I don't know, say I'm building a Chaos Control deck. That's one of my favorite decks. So I changed this to Chaos Control, and now you can see, the rating of every card. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, click on this thing to filter, and I'm going to say I want all of the cards except the ones that are junk. So here we're basically going to get every playable card in Chaos Control, right? So you'll see here we've got, like Abyss Soldier, which is, borderline, Airknight Parshath, which is optional, Blackluster Soldier, Envoy of the Beginning, which is a staple. And maybe I've said, what, I'm just trying to figure out what monsters I want to play. So, I'm going to take this card type here and uncheck Spell and Trap, and then, I'm saying, hey, what, I'm just interested in the lighter dark monsters, right? So I'm going to uncheck Earth and Water. And now what we've got here is a list of every light and dark monster that is considered at least somewhat playable in Chaos Control, right? So we've got, some of the more common ones like, Blade Knight, which is optional. We've got some of the more borderline ones that maybe you hadn't thought of, right? Like Apprentice Magician. Maybe see that and go, oh, maybe I'm going to try building like an Apprentice Magician Chaos Control deck. And then, we've got like the fusions that you might want to include too. So maybe if I'm not worried about fusions here, what I'll do is I'll just uncheck fusion. So, now we've narrowed down the list a lot, right? And, so that's basically how this works. And, it's not perfect. We just made this. So I know some of you guys are going to, look over the spreadsheet and say, hey, I think you got a couple of them wrong. And, we probably did. There's, whatever there are, like 2,000 cards in GOAT format. So chances are we messed up a couple. And, of course, right now, we only support our top 9 decks. But, we plan to add support for other decks in the future. And, yeah, if you want to access this spreadsheet, the link is in the description of this video. You can mess around with it, do whatever you want. You can even download it and maybe change it up a bit, if you want to. Maybe you don't agree with some of our ratings and you want to change them on your own. That's totally cool. So yeah, I hope this is, going to be a really helpful resource to newer players, helping people understand, hey, not just what are the cards that are legal in GOAT format, but also what are the cards that are good in GOAT format. So, yeah, if you got any suggestions or thoughts, let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching.